story of resurgent and burgeoning Africa is here, only on the Pulse of Africa channel. Pulse of Africa, the face and voice of Africa.
Good evening and welcome to our news updates. I'm Adam Masai, bringing you the latest from Pulse of Africa News. In a strategic move to enhance energy security and promote environmental sustainability, the Ethiopian government has announced tax exemptions for natural gas vehicles. This new initiative exempts all types of dry and liquid cargo vehicles, along with public transport vehicles powered entirely by natural gas from customs duties. This decision is part of a broader government strategy aimed at promoting the use of locally sourced natural gas and reducing reliance on imported petroleum products. Despite possessing significant natural gas reserves, Ethiopia has struggled to leverage this vital resource effectively. However, recent developments suggest that the government's efforts to change this are starting to take shape. A new natural gas processing facility has officially begun operations in the Kalub area, allowing the country to utilize its domestic gas resources effectively. With production now underway, the government aims to supply the local market and encourages a shift from petrol and diesel vehicles to those powered by natural gas. The ministry has highlighted several advantages of natural gas, including its lower carbon emissions, energy efficiency, and versatility for various power applications. Additionally, utilizing locally produced natural gas offers a crucial economic benefit by reducing the country's foreign currency expenditure on fuel imports. To facilitate this energy transition, new regulations have been introduced, allowing for the duty-free import of any public transport for cargo vehicles that run exclusively on natural gas. This initiative is part of Ethiopia's broader efforts to strengthen energy security, promote environmental sustainability, and support the logistics and transport sectors by transitioning to cleaner, more cost-effective fuels. In a major boost for South Africa's green economy, President Cyril Ramaphosa has announced that the European Union will invest €11.5 billion to accelerate the country's transition to a low-carbon economy. This funding will support various initiatives, including renewable energy projects, green hydrogen development, e-battery production, critical minerals, and vaccine manufacturing. The initiative aims not only to create jobs, but also to strengthen supply chains and ensure that the energy transition is inclusive for all South Africans. This announcement follows the recent South Africa-EU summit and the launch of the Clean Trade and Investment Partnership, reinforcing South Africa's role as a leader in Africa's green economy. This investment is part of the Just Energy Transition Investment Plan, backed by international partners, positioning the EU as South Africa's largest foreign investor. In other news, U.S. Senator Ted Cruz is advocating for a new era of partnership between the United States and Africa, emphasizing that the continent's potential as a global energy powerhouse. Speaking at African Energy Week in Cape Town, Cruz highlighted the importance of collaboration in energy exploration, production, and infrastructure to drive mutual growth. He likened Africa's resource potential to Texas' energy success, stating that the U.S. seeks transparent, market-driven investments that will create jobs and prosperity. The U.S. Department of Energy echoed this vision, pledging to boost private sector confidence and expand American engagement through initiatives. In a significant development for public health, the Africa Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has launched the African Manufacturing Market Intelligence and Network Analysis Platform known as AMINA. The launch took place during the African Healthcare Manufacturing Trade Exhibition and Conference in Accra, Ghana, underscoring Africa CDC's commitment to enhancing regional health sovereignty. Developed with support from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, AMINA is a data-driven platform designed to provide comprehensive insights into Africa's health manufacturing ecosystem. Dr. John Kaseya, the Director General of the Africa CDC, described AMINA as a transformative step towards evidence-based decision-making in health products manufacturing. The platform aims to attract investment, strengthen partnerships, and significantly reduce Africa's reliance on imported medical supplies. Currently, AMINA maps data from over 700 manufacturers across 18 African Union member states, providing vital information for stakeholders in the health sector. As Africa continues to navigate health challenges, AMINA represents a critical tool in building a self-reliant and resilient health system across the continent. When European colonial powers arrived in Africa, they took control of the narrative.
Hair was never just aesthetics.
Hair is not just hair, it's memory, it's resistance.
A living archive of identity, status, and belonging.
This is more than a trend. This is a movement.
Amasunzu signified strength, bravery, and coming of age.
We are still here.
These art forms are vital to cultural identity.
As discussions intensify over Africa's relationship with the International Criminal Court, legal experts are calling for reform rather than withdrawal. Donald Dea, CEO of the Pan-African Lawyers Union, acknowledged the ICC's initial bias towards African cases, but stressed that abandoning the court would worsen the justice gap. He urged the ICC to rebuild its credibility by pursuing global crimes transparently and ensuring professional investigations. They emphasized that while Africa should strengthen its judicial systems, the ICC remains vital when national courts fail to deliver justice. In other news, Botswana's President Duma Boko has launched the Investor Deal Book, featuring 66 projects aimed at diversifying the economy beyond diamonds. The portfolio includes ventures across various sectors such as mining, agriculture, tourism, and infrastructure with a focus on sustainable growth. President Boko outlined the country's vision to become a high-income, digitally enabled, and export-driven nation. Trade and Entrepreneurship Minister Trioen Nsima highlighted Botswana's secure investment environment and strategic access to South African markets. In business news, Nigerian billionaire Aliko Dangote is exploring new investments in Senegal's energy and industrial sectors during a recent meeting with President Bassirou Diomaye Faye. Dangote, who already operates a major cement plant in Senegal, expressed interest in expanding his operations in line with the country's national development strategy. The discussions also include Afrexim Bank President Oke Orama, highlighting Dangote's commitment to supporting Senegal's industrial growth. Finally, an International Monetary Fund mission led by Haymanut Taferra has concluded a 2-week visit to Kenya, focusing on potential policy reforms for the future IMF program. The delegation met with key officials, including President William Ruto and Central Bank Governor Kamu Thuge, to assess Kenya's economic situation. Taferra stated that the discussions emphasized strengthening fiscal policy credibility and ensuring sustainable public finances. The team made significant progress in reviewing macroeconomic developments and outlining initial reform priorities, marking a critical step for Kenya's economic future. And that wraps up our news update. Thank you for joining us tonight for the latest developments across Africa and beyond. I'm Edom Mesa, and it's been a pleasure bringing you the news. Good night.